So Adrian's about to make his very first hole.
Is it straight?
Straight.
Welcome to another episode of Overlanding. My name is Adrian Abrahams, and over the past couple months, I've been working on building my new truck. This week, we begin prepping it for its maiden voyage and finally get the chance to hit the road. And this is why it's important to have capable friends. Hein came to the rescue a couple of days before leaving on my trip to help me install the new snorkel. I decided to go for the Toyota one. I thought it really complemented the look of the vehicle and that it looked like a great quality kit. And after closer inspection, it really is. Now, we might call these snorkels, but they are not meant for allowing you to drive through deep water. They are meant to give you clean, raised air intake. But invariably, it will help prevent getting water in your filter box when crossing rivers or deep water if it and your airbox are correctly sealed. Remember that when cutting into the bodywork and on the vehicle, it is always important to seal up the cut lines with some primer to prevent rust. We also used a bit of sealant on the hose extensions and connections to create a more water and dust tight connection. But its main function is to prolong the life of your air filters and allow your motor to breathe better on those really hot and dusty summer days. It also looks awesome, but I had a lot of stuff to still get done before I could leave on my epic trip. Here at Zone Offroad today, and we're visiting Fox. We're going to be going back to the 700 kg coils up front because now we've got the upgraded upper control arms from Onca. And we're going to be able to actually fit and clear those 700 kg coils. So we're going to expect to lift the nose up a little bit and just get a little bit more of a firm ride up front on the vehicle. It's riding a little bit soft with the 600s, especially with the heavy bumper and winch and spare battery and everything on the front there. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, so the rig is sitting really nicely now. We've gotten about a 40mm lift since changing the coil. Now that will settle a little bit, so it'll come down another 10 or 15 or so. So we're gonna get at least a full inch up on where we were sitting. But we've also got the coil is looking much longer now. It doesn't have to be compressed so much just to handle the weight of the bumper and everything up front. So we should get better travel and just better dynamics. We also have a lot more adjustability in the camber and the caster on the new control arms, so that's great. And they are definitely more robust than the standard ones. And I thought while we're here, Zone actually stock JW speaker lights, so I've just put in a new set of globes in the headlights, just so it's going to be a little bit safer for the trip. My new lights, unfortunately, are not going to be arriving in time to install those just yet, but at least we got something in the meantime. And then pretty much ready to pack and get going. So it was raining the whole night last night, so I couldn't pack my vehicle. I still had a YouTube video to get out, I had some photos to send off, a lot of stuff to do. But now I've got to try and not rush pack. I'm going to try to take you guys along the packing process and show you what I'm putting in the Hilux. Hopefully we can get everything sorted as soon as possible and I can head through to go to fetch Marcus so we can get on the road and get to our campsite for the night. So that's my pile of stuff done for in the house. Now it's time to head down, start packing the car, getting all the other little camping things from the garage and seeing where everything is gonna go in the Hilux. Okay, so I've got most of the stuff down here now. So up here, I'm gonna be packing all of my soft stuff, some pillows and blankets. I've also got my solar panel hiding underneath everything here. I don't always need the solar panel, so it's fine if it's hiding away a little bit. I would rather, once I get to camp for the first time, all of this stuff goes straight up into the rooftop tent, and then I pretty much don't have to worry about it again. So once that's done, then I can start packing the drawers and organizing all of my little bits and bobs here and there. Having so many little nooks to pack stuff really has opened up so much opportunity for me to figure things out as I go along. But for now, I kind of need to just place stuff, and then as I travel, figure out where things really belong. Usually, it's about moving the stuff away that gets the most annoying first. But I've got so many nice little designated spots for stuff that I'm hoping that that's not really gonna happen too soon. So this is something new that I'm gonna be trying for this trip. I'm trying to empty the contents of these little bags that I normally use and put them in the drawers here and see how much space I can save, and if I can still bring those little bags along with me. It's crazy how I've managed to empty both of my bags into one section of the drawer. Also managing to take with me a couple extra things that I would have usually had to leave behind. Not having to pack cooking equipment like a hiker will really help with camp cooking in the future. Until I can find a use for these, they're just gonna live in here for now. So then, if this is gonna be all of my cooking stuff, gas, pots and pans, all that stuff, then it leaves me this entire section here to put in, you know, dry foods, things like that. And then we can also obviously load up the fridge with all our meat, veggies, all of that stuff. And we're gonna be pretty much rocking and rolling. I've definitely got way more stuff with me now than with the Jimny. I'm using a lot of my older camping equipment that I used with my Amarok, which is really cool. Now time to just bring a couple more bags from upstairs and we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. I think we're gonna end up doing groceries and stuff on the road, stop somewhere in Bloemfontein or something like that and stock up. All packed up, ready to go. I'm gonna go through now and fetch my travel companion for the trip, Mr. Marcus. He actually went to the Richtersveld with me when I had my Amarok. He didn't travel once with me during my Jimny, and now it's, yeah, maiden voyage of the Hilux, so very, very cool. It's gonna be interesting to see what he thinks of the build and the setup in comparison to my very first overlanding vehicle. We got a long drive ahead of us today. We're going to be doing just a wild campsite tonight, and then from tomorrow we are in the mountains for my birthday. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So to wake up on my birthday in the mountains, that's pretty damn epic. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyways, I better drive.
Marcus, what are you doing?
Taking out the trash, bro.
Taking out the trash. You're doing.
I knew you were gonna fool me. I knew you were gonna fool me.
Yeah. Travel companion Marcus. It is good to be back on the road. We've been cruising now for about 2 hours or so, and the vehicle is so smooth. We just got the cruise control set up, and it's very, very comfortable. We've got a long way to go though. We've still got another about 5 hours until we get to our campsite. But I think what's nice is, you know, playing around with the vehicle, testing fuel consumptions at different speeds. We filled up the long-range tanks, so it's the first time I've done that. There's a lot of firsts happening on this maiden voyage, and I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. I'm just realizing now how long it's been since I've been on a proper trip, and this one is going to be epic. Because Marcus is here. Okay, groceries acquired. We are ready to make our final push through to the campsite, and I think it's still 3 hours to go or something. Still quite a while, but at least we stocked up for the next couple days, which is awesome, and I'm loving how everything's fitting in the drawer system.
just got to head on to Overlander to find the campsite that we're going to be going to. It's a wild camp. I don't want to get there like too early necessarily, so get there a little bit later in the dark or whatever, just to try not to attract too much attention. And it's just a stopover for us so that nice and early tomorrow morning we can get going on all the mountain passes and everything. And we've got a nice full day ahead of us in the Eastern Cape Highlands.
We found our campsite, we've got the kettle on, we're busy. Gonna have a cup of coffee and everything. It's pretty damn windy here actually. I'm hiding behind the vehicle. We've got the blade all set up. We've got the lights on here. It is quite beautiful, but we're gonna try to keep it low key and everything. Have a good evening, and yeah, I guess tomorrow we're gonna start tackling the Ben 10 challenge. So I think it's pretty cool. We're not doing it officially or anything like that. We're just kind of following and doing some of the path, whatever we can at the moment. So I'm looking forward to that. But thanks for joining on this episode and everything. It's been pretty cool kind of prepping the vehicle, getting out on the road for the first time in such a long time. And I hope you guys are going to join in for the travel series. I think it is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be beautiful. It looks like the weather forecast is a lot of rain, so I foresee a lot of mud and miserable weather. So who knows how this is all going to turn out. But anyways guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Cheers. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Overlanding. I just wanted to say a special thank you to all my awesome patrons for their continued support, and that if you want to join in on our weekly live streams and get access to behind the scenes content, head over to patreon.com and become a member. On the next episode, we begin our journey through the breathtakingly beautiful Eastern Cape Highlands. I also want to give a massive shout out to all my incredible product partners, because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Cheers!